right? Hello everyone. Welcome back. The Rain World speedrunner actually does a Rain World speedrun. Can you believe it? We'll see how long I want to do this. I think I want to try maybe 2 runs today, which is Rivulet Story, but also Monk Pebbles Percent. That's another one that I want to do a bit more runs on. I think that between Survivor and Monk, if there's one category that I'd want to spend a lot of time on out of the vanilla ones, it probably would be Monk Story or Monk Pebbles. Monk Story is a completely other thing. Hello, welcome to the stream. Speedrunning? Yeah. Speedrunning Rain World. I guess I should record this too, right? Oh, I changed a bunch of settings around. Do I want to mess around with this? Was it one? I think it should still be fine. Maybe. I hope it works. So, Rivulet is... Okay, I've been feeling a little bit bad recently, seeing all the people run Rivulet and complaining about it. There are a lot of things that are really annoying in this run, and a lot of things that are hard to get used to, or just really difficult. Oh, I should use splits, shouldn't I? It's been a while. And so yeah, if you don't know, there's been a lot of activity going on with Rivet Story, with multiple different people running, which is like very rare. That's not good. And yeah, this run, I don't know, it's not great. It's I think that Rivulet being Rivulet carries it. But if the like regions they had to go through were different, it would probably be a lot better. And some people also have problems with Rivulet, just on their own, just the way that they move. This is a really bad start, by the way. I think I'm just gonna keep going for a while. This is a warm up. What's my goal? I don't know. Improve my current run? It's very improvable, and I have discovered, I'm implementing more strategies that make the run more difficult, but a little bit faster. And that's exactly what I did last time that I ran this category, but I didn't really put in the number of attempts to get a good run out of it. So, okay. Almost a year ago, was it like 8 months or maybe longer than that? Some guy showed up, Constructive Cynicism, and he kind of revamped this whole run. Went through like a lot of the rooms and found better movement for it. So I think that I really have not actually contributed too much to this run. I've just been the one who's like doing the attempts. He really found a lot of new strategies, and so I took those strategies, I learned them, and I did like a few attempts. I did a few attempts. I got like one mediocre run, and then that was it. That was world record for 8 months now. If I just kept doing attempts, I probably could have saved another like 30 seconds. But now I've also gone back and tried to find more optimizations for it, as well as some other people in the community. I think that overall it's made a pretty big difference. I think that honestly a whole minute could be saved from this run. Finally beat this game as Monk. That's good, that's good. This is the story percent. I took a sphere. I took another sphere. Scavengers. Story percent just means do all the things that you have to do to beat the campaign. Whatever is unique to this character. Every character can go to the depths for an ending, like a survivor can. But the downpour characters also have an extra end. Well, actually, every character except for Survivor. Well, even Survivor, but we don't really count that one. It's kind of a mess, honestly. Ooh, that was perfect. But yeah, we're behind. This beginning kind of sucked, and the Scavengers. Maybe we're getting the lag out of the way. I need to load in the regions first. Another Airframe Ultra trailer. That's cool. That's cool. I have not seen it at all. There was the Game Awards yesterday. If anyone cares about that. I think there was literally only one game that was interesting at all to me, which was it's a game that made by the developers of Core Keeper, and it basically just looks like Terraria, so that's cool. Although one of my biggest complaints about Core Keeper is that it just kind of copies Terraria in a lot of aspects. So they just went in all the way at this point. I don't know, maybe it'll be really good. Maybe it's gonna be like a not as great. There's some interesting ideas that I've seen. Or like the trailer was like 10 seconds of gameplay, so we don't really know enough about it. No Silk Song. Yeah. Which is so strange because I saw a video that said Silk Song will 100% be at the Game Awards. I guess it wasn't 100%. I don't know. They must have lied or something. No one on the internet would ever lie, though. Really think people would do that? Go on the internet and tell lies? Okay, thank you. I do want to look at that. That is the true great problem. Just developing Silksong. Like if you... Okay, I'm just kind of flailing around. I turn storage, I think. Okay, I really suck at this first part. I'd at least like to get a good start to the run. Is music too loud? Silksong Cannon and Rain World. That's better. So the strategy in this room is kind of weird. I don't know if it's because you can jump off the top of that pole and it's pretty good, but also if you land on the bottom of the pole, you have to climb all the way up top. Like at that point, I feel like it would have been faster just to do a backflip to make the jump instead. But if you jump out of the water with a lot of heights, that lets you grab the top of the pole and immediately jump off, and that's probably faster. There we go. Stab me. Okay, that's the backup strategy there, by the way. Do a wall pounce off the right wall there, and you can grab both fruit and enter the pipe, but I did it a little bit too high. It was Gourmand, every time Gourmand wakes up. I'm not too... I don't care too much about Silksong until it actually releases. It's the same kind of thing, like imagine some random game series that you played like 10 years ago that just never got an update or a sequel or whatever, and randomly out of the blue, it just like, here's a sequel, right? And a sequel that actually ends up being good. That'd be cool. But imagine instead that that sequel was announced like 7 years ago. You know, please enter the pipe. That's how I feel about Silksong. Like, the problem with Silksong is that it was announced early, but I don't mind the wait because, you know, I am technically also waiting for tons of other sequels that I don't even know about. You know, maybe some game is going to be announced as a sequel to a game that I used to play and really enjoy, and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about this game, but I'm going to really enjoy the sequel. If I was like consciously aware of every single game that could release in the future, you know, maybe that'd be a lot worse. Oh, I can't wait for this to release and for this to release and for this. Like if you just like don't worry about it when it comes out, like that's a nice surprise. I have a feeling that the Silksong devs could have announced the release date, and that they would have stressed themselves out too much because of it. To like, oh, if we announce a release date, we have to finish the game by then, and then maybe some part of the game will have to be scrapped, or we'll have to like be left unfinished. I think that's actually what happened with Hollow Knight. They just ran out of money. Or am I thinking of another game? Maybe. I don't know. Like, they just ran out of money during development and they just released the game as it was. And they had a bunch of ideas for new, what are they called? New areas. And they just, like, couldn't get around to it, you know? So they could have done that with Silksong. They could have just released it, I don't know, probably like a year ago. But they would have left behind a bunch of things that they wanted to include. How long did Hollow Knight take to develop if you include all the DLC? Would that be comparable to Silksong? Because that could be what they're doing. They're like, oh, we have all these ideas. Let's just release it all at once instead of like doing it with like updates or DLC like with Hollow. Even though that's probably not a great idea. I don't know. 20% slice of what it could have been. You can see with games like Terraria. Think about Terraria when it released. I think it had, or actually, in like one of the earlier versions of Terraria, it only had up to Skeletron. I think there were only 4 bosses, right? King Slime, Eye of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds, and Skeletron. That was the whole game. And then they proceeded to update it for the next like 10 years. And now there's like, you know, so much more content. But if they announced Terraria 10 years ago, and then it took them another 10 years to actually finish the game, and they release all the content that is in the game now, King Slime wasn't even released. I'm kind of sucking right now. But I think, was King Slime in the game before hard mode was added? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So I think of like every version of the game before hard mode, that's basically the same version. But I think there was like an early release and then like an extra update after that, and then like 1.1 was the big one. Added hard mode. Good job. I was so focused on trying to pick up a rock there that I couldn't do the extra jump that I should have done there. I'm still behind pace.